Have you ever considered the true power of love? It's more than a private emotion. It's a force that has started wars, united kingdoms, and inspired art that endures for millennia. Some love stories are quiet, lost to time, but others are so powerful, so dramatic, that history refuses to let them go. These stories become legends, echoing through the ages, reminding us of the immense power of the human heart. Today, we journey back to explore 5 monumental love stories, true events, not fairy tales. These are tales of passion, sacrifice, betrayal, and devotion so absolute it changed the course of empires. Prepare to witness how love can become the most potent force for change. Our journey begins in ancient Egypt, a land of wealth, gods, and political intrigue. Here, Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh, meets her match in the Roman general Mark Antony. Their love was a collision of ambition and survival, played out on the world stage. After Julius Caesar's assassination, Rome was in chaos. Antony, one of Rome's rulers, summoned Cleopatra to Tarsus. Cleopatra arrived not as a supplicant, but as a queen, sailing up the river in a barge with purple sails, presenting herself as the goddess Venus. Ancient writers say their connection was immediate, igniting a firestorm of passion and political alliance. Cleopatra embodied Egypt's wealth and power. Antony commanded Rome's legions. Their union was more than romance, it was the foundation of a new Eastern empire. Together they envisioned a dynasty stretching across the Mediterranean. But to Rome, this was betrayal. Antony was accused of abandoning his Roman identity for a foreign queen. Octavian, Caesar's heir, used their love as propaganda, painting Antony as a traitor under Cleopatra's spell. The stage was set for a final confrontation, the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. Antony and Cleopatra's forces were crushed, their dreams shattered. Fleeing to Egypt, they faced defeat. Cleopatra, hearing a false report of Antony's death, secluded herself in her tomb. Antony, believing her gone, fell on his sword and died in her arms. Cleopatra, left alone and cornered by Octavian, chose her own end, famously by the bite of an asp. With their deaths, the Ptolemaic dynasty ended. Egypt became a Roman province. Octavian became Augustus, Rome's first emperor. Their love ended an era and gave birth to an empire. Their story is a testament to how love can topple dynasties and reshape the world. From Egypt, we travel to 17th century India, to the heart of the Mughal Empire. Here, love inspired the creation of one of the world's most beautiful buildings, the Taj Mahal. This is the story of Emperor Shah Jahan and his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Their love began at a royal bazaar, love at first sight. Though Shah Jahan had other wives, Mumtaz was his confidant, advisor, and constant companion. She traveled with him, influenced his rule, and was celebrated for her compassion and intelligence. For 19 years, their bond was the envy of the empire. But tragedy struck in 1631. Mumtaz died, giving birth to their 14th child. Shah Jahan was devastated. He mourned in seclusion, his grief transforming him. From this sorrow, a promise was born, to build a tomb unrivaled in beauty. He gathered the finest artisans and spent over 2 decades creating the Taj Mahal. 20,000 workers and 1,000 elephants brought his vision to life. The result, a poem in stone, a symbol of love and loss. Its perfect symmetry, marble inlays, and Quranic inscriptions evoke paradise. Today, the Taj Mahal stands as the ultimate symbol of one man's love for one woman. It is a reminder that love can inspire wonders that endure for centuries. Now, to medieval Italy, where the roots of the world's most famous love story lie. Romeo and Juliet were not just Shakespeare's invention. Their tale was inspired by real feuding families in Verona, the Montecchi and Capuletti. These families were embroiled in political and military rivalries, their hatred so notorious it was mentioned by Dante. The story of doomed lovers evolved from Italian novellas, reflecting the brutal world of medieval Italy. To love across enemy lines was an act of rebellion, a betrayal of family and faction. Shakespeare transformed this local tragedy into a universal masterpiece about love, hate, and fate. The passion and desperation of Romeo and Juliet echo the real dangers of their time. Their story warns of the destructive power of generational conflict. Behind the poetry lies a history of real bloodshed and forbidden love. The legend endures because it speaks to the timeless struggle between love and the world that seeks to destroy it. Remember, the tragedy was real, and its echoes still haunt us. We now enter the realm of Celtic legend, to the tragic tale of Tristan and Isolde. Tristan, a noble knight, escorts Isolde, an Irish princess, to marry his uncle, King Mark of Cornwall. On their voyage, they mistakenly drink a love potion meant for Isolde and the king. Bound by irresistible love, they are trapped. Isolde is married to Mark, Tristan's uncle and king. Their secret affair is a source of both joy and misery, as they risk everything to be together. Spies and jealous courtiers threaten to expose them. Eventually, King Mark discovers the betrayal. The lovers are condemned, separated, and exiled. Tristan, mortally wounded in exile, sends for Isolde, hoping she can heal him. A white sail would signal her arrival, but his jealous wife lies, saying the sail is black. Tristan dies of heartbreak. Isolde arrives moments too late and dies beside him. Their love, denied in life, finds union in death. The legend of Tristan and Isolde shaped European ideas of romantic tragedy for centuries, inspiring countless works of art and literature. Our final story takes us to 19th century Britain, to the unlikely bond between Queen Victoria and her Indian attendant, Abdul Karim. In 1887, Abdul Karim arrived at court as a servant, but quickly became Victoria's confidant and teacher. The Queen, lonely and isolated, found comfort and fascination in Abdul's culture and perspective. She elevated him to her personal munshi, learning Hindustani and discussing Indian affairs. Their closeness scandalized the royal household and government, who saw Abdul as an outsider and a threat. Despite relentless opposition, Victoria defended Abdul, showering him with honors and keeping him by her side. Their friendship was a quiet rebellion against the prejudices of Victorian society. When Victoria died in 1901, she insisted Abdul be among her principal mourners. The royal family tried to erase all evidence of their bond, burning their correspondence and deporting Abdul. For nearly a century, their story was hidden, until Abdul's diary was discovered in 2010. Their friendship defied an empire and reminds us that love and loyalty can cross even the most rigid boundaries. From queens and emperors to knights and forbidden friends, these stories reveal a truth. Love is a force of nature. It shapes nations, inspires wonders, and leaves echoes through the centuries. The choices made for love ripple far beyond the lives of the lovers themselves. Some loved in secret, some against empires, some so deeply their stories changed the world. At the heart of history are always human connections. These are 5 love stories that truly made history. And that is the enduring power of love.